And good Thursday evening, Southeast Texas. Welcome to 12 News Plus. We're going to spend the next 15 minutes and dive into your forecast for the next 7 days. We have issued a weather impact alert for tonight and also tomorrow night because of the potential for dense fog. Nothing really out there yet as far as the fog. A lot of clouds out there. This view of Jasper, courtesy of Provost, part of the Roofing 911 Skycam network. Again, foggy mornings, both Friday morning and Saturday morning. That is going to be producing hazardous driving across the area, so you'll need to take some tips as far as being cautious in that fog tomorrow morning. Otherwise, slight chance of showers coming up Friday and Saturday because of a cold front. That front will push through, and that will bring us a brief cold spell early next week, ahead of warmer weather by Wednesday and Thursday. So we've got about 3 or 4 days, about 3 days of cold weather. Dense fog advisory already in effect. You can some of the visibility is already starting to come down. Houston Hobby down to 7 miles. Orange is down to 7 miles. The visibility is how far you can see through the fog. So the lower number, the less you can see, and that means it is thicker. Okay, so that's why we look at visibility. So the lower the visibility, the thicker the fog is. So right now we're in pretty good shape, but we expect this to really intensify coming up later on tonight and especially tomorrow morning, creating that hazardous driving. And you can see, could be dense in spots, not everywhere, but down to half a mile or less across Southeast Texas. If anybody's going to have fog, it would probably be the I-10 corridor once again, with lower or higher visibilities up in the lakes. So probably not as thick up in the lakes area, but could still be dense in spots. So then tomorrow night will be even thicker. We expect everybody to be under a dense fog advisory, and also the visibilities will be close to zero at times on Saturday morning. So we've issued a weather impact alert both for Friday night, tonight and Friday night, for Friday morning and Saturday morning because of that dense fog threat across Southeast Texas. And again, those visibilities will be greatly lower than 1/4 of a mile both Friday and Saturday morning. So again, can't encourage you enough to leave early so you don't have to. You can slow down and still make your time, but you want to reduce your speed. Drive for the conditions. Just because the speed limit says it's 45 does not mean you have to go 45. Use those low beams, the low beam headlines. Increase distance between you and the next car so that you could have more of a cushion and improve your reaction time. Otherwise, high temperatures coming up Friday and Saturday will be well above normal. Could be a good 10 degrees above normal both Friday and Saturday. Saturday could get up to 80 degrees as some of that drier air filters on in Saturday afternoon behind the front. It'll take a little while for that colder air to move on in as we work on into Saturday night, making for Sunday, Monday, and a Tuesday for below normal temperatures. So the red line is our normal high temperatures. So you can see above that line, the top of this column is 10 degrees above normal. It's 11 degrees above normal on Saturday as our normal high goes to 69. Then as we go to next Thursday, our normal high goes to 70. So as you can see, we're below that line on Sunday and Monday to the tune of about 5 to 6 degrees. Then Wednesday and Thursday, we're about 5 degrees above normal, the normal. See, the red line is normal. That's our normal line. And about 7 degrees above normal on Thursday as our high, our normal high goes to 70 degrees based on climatology. So as far as rainfall, now this is for the triangle. Looks like about a 20% coverage Friday and Saturday. Tomorrow, though, could be a little better chance of rain across inland Southeast Texas. We're talking Lumberton back over into Hardin County and southern Jasper and southern Newton counties. And then dry weather expected Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and probably Thursday of next week, as this is not good news for our developing drought once again across Southeast Texas. So rainfall is pretty meager, 1/5 of an inch or less between now and noon on Saturday, when we think all the rains will probably be out of here. So this front's not going to bring much in the way of precipitation. We do have quite a bit of cloudiness over Southeast Texas. It's very warm and humid. Our normal high this time of year, as you saw, is 68. And we're here after sunset at 6:35, and you can see how those temperatures are above normal at this time on the Pro Roofing Concepts satellite and radar loop. Here's the brand new drought monitor issued today, and Liberty County has now gone into an extreme drought. That's level 4 on the scale, as we're here in Beaumont down 3 3/4 of an inch below normal, as much of southeast Texas is under a severe or moderate drought across the area. So you would think that wildfires may be an issue, but probably not tomorrow. As far as burn bans, nobody is under a burn ban right now across southeast Texas. And that may change as we head on into next week, with the forecast showing very little rainfall after Saturday. Tomorrow, though, but we're not expecting much in the way of a wildfire threat across southeast Texas. A lot of high humidity over the area that tends to stifle wildfires over our area, and that is going to be the case coming up tomorrow. So this front is going to be making it on into southeast Texas, installing, then heading back to the north as a warm front tomorrow afternoon. Why is that happening? Well, the driver of this, the upper level pattern, the disturbance is moving away from our area, so it's losing upper level support, and that's why this front is going to run out of gas. A second stronger trough of low pressure will be moving down from the Pacific Northwest and on into the state as we head towards late Saturday into Saturday night, and that will bring us a stronger front that will be pushed all the way out into the Gulf. So it will look like a nice significant cool down as we head on into Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday of next week. So you can see very little weather associated with it. A lot of times when you have stalling fronts like what we think is going to happen tonight, you have moisture pulling along and ahead of it. So that's why we think that there's going to be a good chance of seeing fog tonight and tomorrow morning, and then ahead of that second stronger front that we expect Saturday morning. A lot of times ahead of those fronts, you get a good amount of fog, dense fog, to develop, and that's what we think is going to happen the next couple of mornings because of these cold fronts across our region. Big storms, confirmed tornadoes in through Illinois earlier, and as you can see, a couple tornado warnings in through the Midwest as the disturbance, this is the disturbance kicking on off towards the north and east. This disturbance is what's bringing us that front, but you can see all the energy and dynamics well off to the north and east. Let me show you on water vapor, and you can see this is the disturbance right here that is bringing in that cold front that is going to stall across our area. It's heading towards Canada, not into Texas. So that's in the upper level pattern. That's why this front will stall. This second trough of low pressure you can see from California back up towards Idaho is going to be deeper, a deeper trough of low pressure. This will cause us to see a pattern change. You can see right now, as I grab my pencil, is that we've got a strong subtropical jet over us from the southwest, bringing in Pacific moisture. That is going to be replaced by a northwest flow after this trough goes by. So instead of southwest, we'll get a northwest flow Sunday into Monday. So that's a big pattern change as we work on into Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. That will result in colder weather moving into our area. Taking a look at Futurecast tonight, we do expect quite a bit of fog across the area. And again, it could be dense in spots, very mild temperatures except for the lakes area, because we think this front may move down close enough into the lakes area by tomorrow morning. We could see some upper 50s in the lakes area behind this front. And we'll keep a 10% coverage in overnight because of the threat, or because of that front moving on in. So look what happens. As we head towards the morning hours, the front stalls. And then it starts lifting back to the north and as a warm front. Why? Because that upper level low or disturbance is moving away into Canada. So that's why that will lift back to the north ahead of the next trough of low pressure, which will be a stronger trough that will bring us that pattern change, resulting in much cooler weather conditions. So on the Gulf tomorrow, looking at dense fog tomorrow morning, slightly choppy seas around 2 feet in your coastal marine forecast, and we'll see southeast winds at 10 knots, water temperature at 68 degrees. So tonight, patchy dense fog. Some areas could be thicker than others. That's why you want to pay attention to the visibilities as you're driving. Drive for the conditions. So our winds may actually shift briefly up towards the lakes area, and that could allow you to get down to close to maybe 59, 60 degrees tomorrow morning. And here in the triangle, I don't think we're going to see much cooling, maybe the upper 60s, mid to upper 60s tomorrow morning, again with some patchy light rain because of the front moving on in and stalling. And because of that dense fog across the area, we'll see southeast winds in the triangle. Then tomorrow, partly sunny to mostly cloudy. I think we'll see less in the way of cloud cover in the triangle, but still abundant cloud cover expected. We'll go with a 20% coverage triangle and up in the lakes area. If anybody's going to see the best chance of rain tomorrow, which is only a 30% coverage, it would be inland southeast Texas. Something that we do is for Hardin County, southern Jasper, southern Newton counties. We're talking Deweyville, Buna, Evadale, Silsbee, Kuntz, Votah, and Sour Lake. I think those folks will have a better chance of rain coming up tomorrow. We'll see southeasterly winds redevelop in the afternoon, and that will continue our warming and moistening forecast. So as you can see, Friday and Saturday morning, we've issued weather impact alerts for both those mornings because of the issue of dense fog ahead of those two cold fronts. And it will be late tonight until about 9, 10 o'clock in the morning on Friday and Saturday. That will produce hazardous driving conditions across southeast Texas. So again, drive cautiously, drive for the conditions, slow down, leave early, use those low beam headlines, put plenty of space between you and the next car, and you should be okay. Otherwise, a second stronger front will be moving on in as we head towards Saturday morning. So there's the first front lifting back to the north as a warm front. You can see it in the winds. See how the winds change direction? Didn't have time to build that graphic, but the second front finally comes on in as we work on into Saturday. Look how the winds change direction. The front pushes through. This is the second stronger cold front that moves into our area as we work on into Saturday morning. And that will turn our winds to the northwest, and it'll be a nice cool down. As you can see, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and maybe Wednesday mornings below normal temperatures. And as you can also see, highs in the 60s. That's about the 5 degrees below normal. Lots of sun as we head on into Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. Why? We've got drier air mass, lower humidity behind a cold front. Won't be seeing that in summertime, but we'll also be not having to deal with this. Just above freezing Tuesday morning in the lakes area, and it could be into maybe the mid to upper 30s to lower 40s Tuesday morning in the triangle. So if you have any plants that you have planted early, you may have to take those back indoors to protect them. Otherwise, no problems with pipes or anything like that. We're not going to freeze. So Tuesday morning will be the coldest morning as we then see a warming trend Wednesday, Thursday of next week as we say goodbye to February. We're back above normal temperatures by next Thursday, and that is a detailed look at your weather impact forecast over the next 7 days. And your weather headlines: foggy mornings both tomorrow morning and also Saturday morning. Slight chance of showers Friday and Saturday. Pretty decent cold front comes in Saturday morning. Fog already developing across the area, and we do expect it to be rather dense in spots, as you can see. So that's why we're issuing the weather impact alert for tomorrow morning and also into Saturday morning because of the potential for very dense fog until about 9 or 10 both mornings. So again, use those tips on having to deal with that fog across our area. Above normal temperatures expected next couple days, then below normal temperatures Sunday, Monday into Tuesday. Rain chances low as we head